Hello, I am Nirvana. I started yoga at the age of 5. My family has ankylosing spondylitis, because of which my family got into yoga, and as a kid, I was pushed into the classes as well. As a teenager, I had a hit of the ankylosis and then started attending yoga therapy to help with the back issues and help relieve the pain, which was not going away with painkillers. As I started attending therapy classes and seeing the benefit of yoga, at the same time my teacher asked me to start helping in classes and start teaching. So I have been teaching for the last 25 plus years. I have more than 5,000 hours of hands-on learning and experience of yoga therapy. The Iyengar Yoga style that I teach is a slow-moving class. It pays a lot of attention on the correct alignment of the body. And when people cannot get into the poses like we see online where everybody is doing the perfect pose, most of our bodies do not do that. So we accommodate everyone, give them props like a chair or blocks and blankets to help each person get the maximum benefit from what they are doing. So I will give you a little sample of what I teach in the Iyengar Yoga classes, as well as all the different adjustments and alternatives that the students can use. Most of the classes we start off with twistings. So this is one of my favorite poses to start off in is Upavishta Konasana. So sitting up tall, pulling your toes close to you and twisting on either side. Now while doing this twist, everyone cannot sit upright. Many times the body slacks back. So then what we do is give a little extra height to sit on. So when you sit on a block, your spine gets a little more elevation, and then you're able to do the twist a little bit better. Sometimes the knees don't like it. So again, yay to our props. We go ahead, take the props behind the knees, and then with the full support, we can go ahead and get into a better pose. Sometimes the floor is just not possible for some people due to their hips or back pain. And that's when we go ahead and give a chair. So an alternative to that would be sitting on a chair and doing the same pose. Legs are out and you are twisting, getting the benefit of the hips as well as the benefit of your twist. Another very common pose that you do in all classes is a downward facing dog. A regular downward facing dog would be on the floor, getting a good length to your spine and working here. Sometimes your wrist or your hips do not allow you to do that. So that's when we take a chair against the wall or completely on your sticky mat so it doesn't slide around, and you can use the chair to get the length in your spine and get the benefit of a downward facing dog without really getting on the floor. If you need to be higher up, you can go higher up on the chair or even sometimes at a wall. The idea of the pose is getting a length in the spine, and that is what we do. Other poses that we work on, standing poses like Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior Pose 2. Done. In the center, it is a simple turning the leg, bending your knee into a 90-degree angle. Again, for everyone, that may not be possible because of knee injuries or hip injuries. Once again, we go to our handy chair. You go ahead, sit on the chair, sideways, extend the leg out, and you are able to get into a warrior pose 2. If your hip does not allow you to open up that deeply, just having the leg even forward allows you to get the benefit of at least half the pose. For those of you who want to work harder into a warrior pose 2, learning how to dip down nice and low, for those, we go ahead and use blocks at times to help you go down, to understand how far down your body needs to go in the pose. If you ever try it like this, you're not sitting on the block, but the pose is much more difficult than just doing it in the center. Towards the end of our classes, generally we do a chest opening to help relax the body. And again, using the help of our lovely props. I love using props because it really helps support and open up the body and allow the body to relax, but at the same time, work harder. So this is a nice little chest opening. For those people who have a really tight upper back, may not be able to get into this, that's when we lower the block. Attention is been given to every student, making sure what they are doing looks correct and they look comfortable in the poses, especially when they are doing resting poses. So if I do see you in class resting like this, with your head dropped this way, which tightens up the neck, which tightens the shoulder, even though the chest is lifted, the upper chest is actually caving in, and this cannot be relaxing. So reminding you or correcting you to go ahead and increase the height for your head, so your shoulders are able to drop down. So that is what Iyengar Yoga is all about, making sure that you get the maximum benefit from what you are doing and you are able to experience the pose even if you're not able to get into the complete pose. Come to class, try it, and see you soon. Bye.